Hello, my beautiful people. I know this video has been long awaited. I'm finally going to be sharing all of the tips that I have been doing to help with my ovarian cysts, helping me cope with PCOS. I will be sharing that today. Every time when I do these kind of videos, of course, I have to give a disclaimer. I am not a medical professional, okay? I am not a doctor in any way, shape, or form. These are things that have worked for me personally. Of course, please, I beg you, do your own research. Make sure that you check out all of the research that you can possible when I am explaining all of the stuff that I am going to explain in this video today. It is important because I cannot be responsible for you, okay? It is important that you do so because, you know, you have to make sure that you're doing what's best for your body. These are things that have worked for me over the years. I have been dealing with PCOS and ovarian cyst for over 20 years. Yes, over 20 years. And I have struggled and I have been through the motion. When I tell you that I have been through it, I have been through it. I'm going to be sharing everything that I have done to cope with it. I'm still doing a lot of these things that I'm going to be mentioning today. Kick back, relax. This one's going to be informative while I'm doing my hair. Make yourself comfortable. Get yourself a little snacky snack, something to drink. Let's get into it. But a little background, I have had PCOS and ovarian cysts for over 20 years. And for a long time, I did not know what to do. My body was going through the motions. I had very, very bad back pain, pelvic pain, cramps, fatigue. Sometimes I would pass out. Sometimes my body was just so weak that I couldn't go to work. I missed days of school. Like, it was just so bad. I had heavy periods. I just was irritable and I just didn't feel good. It was very hard to cope. It was very hard to just live a regular life. Like, it was just so hard and challenging. So after one day of me sharing that I was suffering from having ovarian cyst pain, I was online and I was just like, I don't know why, but for some reason I just shared it online and I was just being honest with my audience and just saying like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. I can't create content. I'm not feeling so well. I'm suffering from like ovarian cysts. I also have PCOS. And somebody randomly just contacted me and was just like, hey, have you ever heard of black seed oil? And honestly, I thought it was somebody that was like trying to sell me some products. I didn't even think twice that, hey, this could possibly be somebody that is going to save my life. So honestly, I was a little skeptical. But after doing my own research, I realized and I learned that black seed oil can help with inflammation. Obviously, if you clicked on this video, either yourself or somebody that you love has PCOS and ovarian cysts, or maybe both. I have both. You know that when your body is inflamed, your body flares up when you are having symptoms. So having something that is anti-inflammatory is going to be beneficial for your body. So I started taking it consistently at that time. And I was taking it literally like clockwork, how I was prescribed. I believe it was 3 times a day, 2 capsules 3 times a day. I made sure that I got the black seed oil that was 100% cold pressed black cumin, and it didn't contain anything else. It was just 100% black cumin. And I did my research on it. Black cumin has so many health benefits. I'm going to link a little article down below so you guys can check out for yourself. And when I did that, I was like, oh my God, this is great. I started to feel some relief within, I want to say like about 2 months. It took 2 months for me to actually start to see some kind of results from me taking those capsules. And it didn't obviously make my cysts go away, but it helped to alleviate some of the pain because I was no longer having that many flare-ups. Now, I stopped using it. My body, after a while, I'm one of those people that if something works, I'm like, oh, I'm cured. No, I had stopped taking it and then I started to get pain again. So then I ended up going back on the black seed oil. Now I don't use it like how I used to because now I'm doing other things to kind of help me with my ovarian cyst and my PCOS. So another thing that I was doing that I learned, my husband had this amazing woman who had this drink that she concocted, that it was like passed down in her family because every woman in her family had coped with ovarian cyst. And this is another anti-inflammatory drink. It contained beets, blueberries, strawberries, I believe blackberries, and it was molasses. It had an acquired taste, I'm not even gonna lie, but when I started to drink that consistently, I started to see some of the ovarian cysts break down. And when I say break down, I started to notice a difference in my stomach. I started to notice a difference in my pain. And then I started to notice that my pain was subsiding. And then I also like literally would see the ovarian cysts break down when I would use the bathroom. I know TMI, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, we're family here, okay? I'm trying to help you, okay? And I'm trying to be as open and honest as possible because this thing is not pretty. It's not pretty, darling. It's really not. I would see the ovarian cyst break down. So that helped me for a while. And then I had to move on to other things, which was a castor oil pack. The benefits of a castor oil pack is not just for people who have PCOS. It's not just for people who have ovarian cysts. It is for a lot of freaking uses that can help detox your body, that can help your overall health. Again, please, please, please do your research. So I ended up finding a castor oil pack that is basically like this really big cloth that can absorb the castor oil, and you can place it wherever you need it. Of course, in this particular case, you will put it on your belly and you will put it like down lower to like your pelvic area. You will wrap yourself up. You will put a hot compress on top for an hour and you will see the difference of consistently using a castor oil pack. If you do not want to use a castor oil pack in that way, there's other ways that you can do it. You can take castor oil and pure castor oil, place it inside your belly button, cover it up with one of those really thick bandages that can absorb stuff. So that way you're not leaking overnight, and you place that on your belly button and you just wear it for the entire night. You'll start to feel your body kind of like detoxing. You'll start to notice that your belly will go down a little bit. You will start to notice a difference in your body because your ovarian cyst will start breaking down and you will start to feel a lot better. Again, this is not something that is going to cure you, but this is something that is going to help to alleviate some pain and just make your body just feel a little bit better. Do your research. You're gonna thank me if you haven't been using castor oil packs now. You probably will after you find out. One thing, and this is one of the main things that I didn't realize that was contributing to my ovarian cyst and to my PCOS, and that was inflaming my body so much. You know, people don't tell you this, or you just probably just don't realize it because you're just living everyday life. But this thing right here, when I tell you, you're gonna be like, seriously? That's one thing that I need to avoid because it's hard. And it's something so simple. Stress. Your stress levels contribute to your pain. I had high stress levels because I was in a job that was very fast paced and demanded so much of my time and my energy. I was dealing with a lot of different people with different personalities, and I was just going through the motions. And I didn't realize that I wasn't pouring into myself. I wasn't taking time to make sure that I did self-care. I didn't make sure that I meditated and took care of my mind, body, and spirit. So I was stressed out. And then also I was not eating right. I ate a lot of red meat during this time. Red meat causes inflammation. Red meat, when you eat a lot of it, it contributes to your ovarian cyst. So if you suffer really bad from ovarian cyst, limit the red meat intake. Thank me later. That made a huge difference. Another thing, someone from Starbucks, a Starbucks employee. Back in the day, I used to have an iced venti, vanilla, soy, light on the ice, Tazo chai latte, and I used to get those consistently. I will drink this like as if I was drinking water. I was drinking maybe 2, sometimes 3 times a day. And the reason why it was so convenient because Starbucks was literally inside the building that I worked in. So I was drinking these chai lattes like crazy. And the person that worked in there, she knew that I suffered from ovarian cysts because we had a conversation, and she knew that I was having all of this pain. And she was just like, you know, she was like, I'm sorry, like if I'm getting like too much into your business, but do you realize that this is contributing to your ovarian cysts? And I was like, how? And she was like, well, soy has like high estrogen levels, and this is contributing to your ovarian cysts because the more estrogen that you have, the more ovarian cyst pain and stuff that you're gonna have. And I did not even think about that. I did not even know that. I gave that woman a hug. I was like, thank you so much for telling me this. The whole time I have been consuming so much of these Household High drinks with soy milk, and I did not realize that soy milk has a lot of estrogen in it. And of course, like since I was drinking so much of it, of course I had so much pain. My estrogen levels were like through the roof. And the crazy thing is that a lot of these doctors nowadays, like they won't tell you this because they're not in the business to give you like wellness tips. They're in the business to give you medicine. They're in the business to give you pills that you're gonna, you know, that may work for you for a little bit, but it's only like a temporary fix. It's not something that is going to help you long term. So thank God for that woman in Starbucks. She helped me out tremendously. Over the years, I learned that spearmint tea helps with PCOS. Spearmint tea has so many healing properties. It's also a great anti-inflammatory. Let me just read you some of the benefits for people who have PCOS and how spearmint can help. One of the hallmark symptoms of PCOS is high testosterone, which can cause facial, body hair growth, oily skin and acne, hair thinning on the scalp, helps to improve hormonal acne, promotes relaxation and reduce stress. It supports ovulation and cycle regulation. It says that you can drink this 1 to 2 times a day, brew from organic loose leaves or high quality tea bags. Consistency is key. Give it at least 4 to 6 weeks to start noticing a difference. Now, while I am on this topic, I finally found a holistic practitioner in my area. She created an organic tea from scratch. She has this huge apothecary in her business. Now, I am going to be doing a future video where she gave me permission to film inside her business so I can share the tea that has been working for me. I will share it in an upcoming video. I have to make an appointment with her so that way I can share all of the amazing benefits and give you a link to her shop so that way you guys can get. I'm gonna admit it did not taste great, but I started to get a normal period within the following month. And that was a huge game changer because I was not getting normal periods before me drinking this tea. So I was just so grateful for her. Speaking of, I need to hurry up and make an appointment because I'm almost going to be out of tea and I need to see her ASAP. So make sure you guys are subscribed so that way you can see that video when I do it of me showing how she makes this tea and her giving a little bit more insight on how she helped me with my ovarian cyst and my PCOS. Another thing that helped me drastically is just moving my body with intention. When I was consistent with moving my body, getting on a treadmill, walking, moving my legs, moving my arms, dancing, like simple things. And I say simple things because I have access to all of this stuff. And sometimes I just don't take it as serious as I need to. This is me telling on myself basically, okay? And I'm telling you guys this because I'm telling you how serious this is. So if we take better care of our bodies, we will have less ovarian cyst and PCOS symptoms. We will start to feel so much more healthier and more better. We can live our freaking lives without having so much pain. Things that can help as anti-inflammatories is leafy greens, your omega-3s, your fish oil, flax seeds, walnut, chia seeds, berries, turmeric. These things are essential. Sometimes I will put some flax seeds in like one of my smoothies, blend it up. I like the powder one because you don't get like the chunks. I don't particularly like chia seeds, to be honest. I rather flax seeds. They taste a little bit better. Or the powder flax seeds. Sometimes I will put that in my coffee. And speaking of limiting your caffeine levels, I drink 1 cup a day. I used to drink 5 or 6, to keep it real. I used to drink a lot of coffee. Now I limit my cup to at least once a day. On a rare occasion, I will have 2, but limiting your caffeine levels will help you out so much. And I did not realize that the drink that I used to drink consistently from Starbucks, which at the time was the strawberry acai drink, I didn't realize that that was equivalent to a Red Bull, and I was drinking those consistently as well. Homegirl at Starbucks told me, she was like, girl, you need to just chill. You need to pick better options because these things are contributing to your PCOS and your ovarian cyst, and you need to quit it. Oh my God, I wish I could find her. I wish I knew like more about her so I could just thank her because she helped me out so much, for real, for real. Inositol, berberine, those supplements, do your research. I'm not even gonna go too deep in that. Berberine, inositol is gonna help you. Prioritizing your sleep, making sure that you get a good amount of hours in sleep. Please, I need to do this as well. I've been taking magnesium glycinate at night to help me sleep, and now I've been sleeping like a baby because before I had trouble going to sleep, like making sure that I like actually got like a good amount of rest where I'm down, where I'm not waking up consistently or like doom scrolling on my phone. When I take magnesium glycinate at night, I'm out. I'm good. I'm comfortable. Just as long as my room is a little cold and I got a good blanket, I'm good to go. But that has helped me tremendously. Getting a good night's rest is going to be crucial. I promise you. And another thing that is going to help you out so much is pouring into yourself. Pour into yourself as much as you possibly can, whether it's 1 time a day, 2 times a day. Like, we have to start doing that so much more, where we are just giving ourselves the self-care that we deserve, because the more that we do that, the less stress we're going to have, the more calm our body is going to feel, the more relaxed we are going to feel. Amazing when we pour into ourselves. That includes affirmations, grounding yourself. I can go on and on and on when it comes to this type of healing, because when I started to pour into my own cup, I noticed a huge difference, because I was saying these affirmations to myself and speaking positively to myself. I stopped being so hard on myself, because when you're in so much pain and you cannot do the things that you would normally, and it's just like, you know, being intimate with your partner, going to work, things like just the hanging out with your friends, all of these things can be compromised because you're in so much pain. You can't do your daily life things, and it's depressing. It's depressing. So making sure that you pour into yourself, making sure that you do all the things that you can to make sure that you are uplifting yourself the best way possible is crucial, especially if you are one of those people where you probably don't have many people in your corner. You don't have people cheering you on. You have to be your own freaking cheerleader. You have to root for yourself so freaking hard, as if your life depended on it. And when I started to do that, once I started to pour into myself a little bit more, I started to feel my body basically kind of like heal itself. I noticed that when I started to read Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural, that book is a game changer. Speaking of, I'm on chapter 5, and the first chapter alone reminded me that your thoughts matter. Your thoughts are important, because if you are consistently thinking negatively because, you know, you're in pain, or maybe you had some kind of past trauma, and with your body going through that, it's very hard for you kind of to think positively because your body is in so much pain. So it's like, how can I be positive if I'm struggling, right? But if you change that mindset and you switch that whole mindset of, oh my God, I feel sorry for myself, I'm incapable, I can't do this. And I have to say incapable because we are so strong. Our bodies are capable of doing so much, and so is the mind. If we take full control of our bodies and we tell it that it is no longer sick, it is no longer feeling ill, we are no longer inflamed, we are no longer struggling, your body will start to listen and it will start to shift. That is one of the best things that I have ever freaking done. If you haven't checked out that book, please, please. None of the products that I've mentioned, the book, none of that, none of the stuff is sponsored, none of the stuff. These are things that I have been doing myself. These are things that I have been doing that works for me. These are things that I'm doing that I'm like, I wish somebody told me this. I really wish that somebody sat down with me and just laid it out, but no. I had to find out on my own, but you guys don't. If you watch this video, I really hope that this was so informative for you guys. I really hope that it brings you some kind of comfort. I hope if you do incorporate some of the stuff that I mentioned in this video, I hope that it works for you. I hope that it works for you quick, and you start to feel a difference in your body. You start to feel amazing. You start to feel whole. Again, I really and truly hope that for you guys, because I know the struggle. And it's hard, but it's gonna get better for you. It's gonna get better for you. It has to get better for you because you said so. It has to. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or any tips that can help you cope with ovarian cyst and PCOS that I did not mention in this video, please let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully the next one will be me in the apothecary with the holistic practitioner, giving you guys some more insight because it's important, and I cannot wait to share that with you guys. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. See you.